Bills piling up? CME can help you wrap up your debt into one simple, manageable signature loan with rates starting as low as 8.75% APR. Instead of juggling stacks of statements, let CME help you unwrap peace of mind this season. Federally insured by NCUA. APR means annual percentage rate. Terms apply. Subject to membership eligibility and approval. Visit cmefcu.org for additional details.
Wix is the website builder that just keeps on giving. It's giving...
I just built my whole site in under an hour.
It's giving...
I actually made that?
Whoa.
It's giving...
Our sales are through the roof.
So whether you need help expressing yourself or just need something to make your life easier, Wix has you covered. Try it out at Wix.com.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward.
We asked Alan what the best freebie he ever got in his whole life was. His answer was this.
Probably those fizzy orange lollies you used to get at the little chefs in England after you'd finished your meal.
I'm not sure I've actually ever eaten at a Little Chef.
They might have been before your time, Hamish.
No, they're still
Little
around.
Chefs. Are they?
Yeah.
You used to get this sort of really sweet, sort of pasty lollipop at the end. Oh, they were delicious. I used to go, can we go to Little Chef so we can have a lolly?
Really? That's how they get the kids in.
That's how they get the kids in, yeah.
Real smart.
Yeah, freebies. That's what I love. That's what you love at kids. Free sweets.
It's as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Well, that's basically the reason we've written this episode was inspired by this trip that you and I went on.
Yeah.
So Bonza is like the new airline on the Sunshine Coast, and they were doing their first ever flight to Victoria, which I think we mentioned on an episode, and we were treated to a taste of Victoria on arrival.
Yes.
Which turns out was mostly French food.
Yeah, it was a what's it called, a raclette? Yeah.
Raclette. There was ice cream, coffee,
profiteroles.
Profiteroles.
It was all French food.
It was
They're
all
not
French food.
They don't speak French in Melbourne, do
No,
they?
no. But we've both given up sugar.
Yeah.
And you didn't even think before picking up profiterole. I was like, everything here I can't have except the raclette, which I had two servings of. But it made me think, bloody hell, it's hard to say no to freebies.
Well, there's no way. There was a guy there holding up in his hand a profiterole that was stuffed with lemon cheesecake.
Yeah.
And it was free. There's absolutely, even if I'm on a strict no sugar diet and someone's handing that to me, that is going in my gob. There is no doubt about it. I wouldn't have paid for it. There's no way I would have paid for that because I'd be, oh no, I'm no sugar, and I would have had to think about it. But I didn't have to think about it, and it was free, and I shoved it in my face.
Yeah.
It was delicious, I must say.
I'm sad that you broke your no sugar thing, but it did inspire the episode.
It did inspire an episode. Yeah, it was inspiring behaviour.
Yeah.
Me shoving cake in my face inspires Hamish daily, doesn't it?
And now will inspire thousands that get to listen to this episode. Carry on eating cake.
My issues inspire many.
That's it. Just keep being a total fuck up, and we'll change the world.
Actually, our total fuck-uppery, our combined total
I'm very much
fuck-uppery
included.
is what this podcast is based upon.
It is.
Don't make the mistakes we made.
No.
Yes, that's what it is.
Do we fuck up less now that we're sober? Because we still fuck up.
Yeah, I've got so much fuck up that it sort of fuels the rest of my
60
life.
seasons of this show.
Yes, yeah. I've got so many stories of fuck-uppery, Hamish, that we are never going to run out of content.
We're still good.
We're still good. We're still good. No matter how long I'm sober, we are good.
And we can always just start diets which are really hard to keep, and then we'll keep failing those, and it's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, we can just fail at many, many things.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did have a lovely trip. Thanks to Smug AF for sending us on that, because that was a really good day out. And we had a right laugh. And actually, it's just nice for us to hang out for the day and not have any children and get a few freebies.
That was the biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
We spent the whole flight just writing podcast episodes in silence.
Yeah.
And that was the highlight of the
It was pure joy.
It was awful. Kid-free.
In today's episode, we want to talk about those freebies. We're talking about everything from complimentary trips like Hamish and I had, to free booze at an event, or the bottle of wine your best mate's new boyfriend bought you for a gift before awkwardly finding out that you're sober.
You know, the hardest thing about writing this episode, Vic, was trying to strike the balance between describing how much I love freebies and also not wanting to sound like a total tight ass. I'm
difficult.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Like, I get this a lot. We get told we've got short arms and deep pockets.
Oh, yeah, sure. Your arms are quite stumpy and short. Oh, actually, try and touch your shoulders with the palms of your hands. Yeah. Everybody at home, try and touch your shoulders with the palms of your hands right now and send us fit pictures of it.
Oh, I'd love to see
Because you can't do it. It's the weirdest thing. I learnt that this week.
Somebody must be able to do it. It feels strange that this is impossible.
It
I'm
feels
doing
strange.
it now.
Yeah.
If you're in like a tube, busy, you're going to be elbowing people.
Yeah, don't do it on a tube.
Really hard, or impossible to do.
Yeah, so you want to see that. So, see, I learn something every week, Hamish.
Yeah.
Very useful things.
Was that your child teach you that? How did you
George,
actually learn that?
George taught me. Something you saw on YouTube, probably.
Great. I have to keep reminding myself throughout the writing of this episode what it's really about. This is not an episode where I try and prove that I'm not a cheapskate. It's about the risk that freebies play when it comes to your sobriety.
Yep, you're totally right. Whether you gave up alcohol to save money or just hate the idea of wasting a free opportunity, these sneaky temptations can creep up on you at the most unexpected of times. I call them unexpected alcohol or creepy alcohol, the stuff that is shoved under your nose when you least expect it.
I'm not sure if I feel at all prepared to give advice on how to get over the temptation of freebies, but we hope that by the end of this episode you feel more prepared should these situations arise and more secure in your sobriety.
Before we get into some of the freebie challenges we have faced in our sobriety, let us first, just for a bit of fun, talk about the best freebies we've ever had.
This is honestly one of my favourite conversation topics. It's not an accident that I've inserted this little chat. So, what have you got for us?
Well, my favourite freebie story, it's a way that I created a freebie. Mm-hmm. It's more of a self-creation.
Is this you stealing a car? Is it?
Almost, yeah, stealing.
It's a freebie. No, you robbed someone.
This is, it is actually.
Really? Oh, no. Okay, tell me.
I revealeth too mucheth on this podcast, Hamish. So when I worked for STA Travel in Oxford, people used to come in and want to take the tunnel over to France for a holiday. And there was a deal on where if they brought Air France tickets, someone in the company in STA Travel would win 2 free flights anywhere in the world. So any time anyone came in to book the Eurotunnel across to Paris, I would tell them that there was works on the tracks that day. So I lied to all the customers that came in. I told them that the Eurostar was broken, they couldn't get on it, and they had to book an Air France flight. I went to fucking Cuba, mate.
What?
Yes, I won.
So every time anyone booked Air France, somebody that works for STA gets a free...
No, anytime the person who sold the most Air France tickets won a free trip anywhere in the world.
Whoa, you went
to
Cuba.
France. Yeah, I went to Cuba. I won it. Everyone's like, how did you sell so many tickets? I was like, I'm just really good at selling Air France. It's like my forte. I speak French. Yeah, so I lied.
We're not going to get sponsored by the Channel Tunnel, are we?
Yeah. No, we're not going to get sponsored.
Hundreds of sales.
Hundreds of sales, yeah. And I was like soaring above everyone else in the points. And I had a brilliant time. And I danced salsa on the cobbled streets of Havana every night.
Nice.
Yeah, a few fibs here and there. It's quite beneficial. Get a freebie. When I first met John, he bought me 2 free bottles of champagne, and that was the first ever freebie he gave me, and I decided to marry him on that day. That's how influenced I was on alcohol. He'd bought a free bottle of champagne for my sister and a free bottle of champagne for me, so it was a gift of champagne. And I was like, well, this guy's good because he's giving me free champagne.
So the way you phrase that is he's bought 2 free bottles. Do you reckon he just got given 2 free bottles?
He probably had them in his fridge,
Told you he bought them just for the brownie points.
That's so true. I remember telling you before, Hamish, that somebody delivered 2 free tickets to the Olympic Games in Sydney at my door when I was living in a share house. The person that they were for had already gone back to England, and I signed for them and said thank you very much and sold them to go and party. Yeah.
So that would have been a great freebie and tell him to just some cash and a piss up.
Yes, it turned into cash and a piss up, and I didn't go to the Olympic Games. Yeah, that is terrible, isn't it? I did get a nasty bout of chlamydia for free once, but I re-gifted that and passed it on to someone else.
They're all free. They're all free STIs. That's one of the best things about them.
That is an excellent freebie, highly recommended.
Okay, so for me, interesting that your relationship started with a freebie, because it's sort of the foundation of Liz and I as well. It was our second date and we got drunk and she said, hey, I've got 12 free nights in Japan, all 5-star hotels. Do you want to come? And I booked flights that night.
Yeah, how would you say no to that? Why would you say no to that?
Well, exactly. Well, the flights were for 9 months' time. In the interim, she started a relationship with someone. And I was like, oh, he should go. I should not be the one going anymore.
So she'd invited you instead of her boyfriend?
She wasn't with him at the time.
Right.
So I was like, he should go. And she was like, he's pretty dull. It won't last long. Sure enough, didn't last long. And then, it was like the first thing we did as a couple, because we started going out when I was away farming.
Yes.
And then our first time hanging out as a couple happened to be in Japan.
That's amazing.
We booked on the second date.
That is
crazy.
So cool.
So, kind of like that is Liz's job. Liz gets a load of freebies with her job, all free hotels. That's a very attractive thing to me.
That is.
Marry the girl that gets free hotels.
Yeah, that is very attractive.
That does sound tight, and it's sort of true.
We are tight. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
You just reminded me of one with the free tickets. When we first bought a pram, we got sort of the second most expensive pram from this company, and it didn't turn up. The due date arrived, didn't turn up. We wrote to them, said, guys, where's the pram? And they said, oh my God, we're so sorry. We can see you ordered it months and months ago. We'll send you the most expensive one, which we do have in stock. We haven't got your one in stock. It arrived in time for the baby. 3 weeks later, the original one turned up.
Oh, so you had 2, so you sold it?
Sold it.
Oh,
straight away. It was still in its box. Sold it.
I think something to be said here for creating freebies, like complaining. I do that quite a lot. If something's just a tiny bit off, which probably isn't deserving of a complaint, I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm at my computer tapping away going,
what's the best freebie you've got via a complaint?
Oh, I need to think about that for a second.
Have you ever sent food back at a restaurant?
Always. I'm just trying to think of something. I'm sure I've got sent something. I have to think about that one.
I can remember that happening quite a lot as a kid. People were like, oh yeah, if you complain about there being a misshaped Haribo, they send you like a lifetime supply of Haribo.
Yes, that's the sort of thing there. Creating an issue with something and complaining about it and then getting a freebie. That is a very
lesson to learn.
It's a very English thing to do, isn't it? Well, the plane was 2 hours late, so therefore I'm going to write a letter to British Airways and hope I'm going to get a freebie.
I think you can use your children for that quite a lot.
Yes.
I can remember reading recently, it was a kid who he wanted his football team to sign a really expensive footballer they couldn't afford. So he sent them a letter handwritten, very childish handwriting, with his pocket money. So he put like £1.20 in there, and off the back of that got loads of press, got given free tickets to a game.
Perfect.
So maybe you just need like all your kids' handwriting to complain about. Anything that you really
just
want.
Learn how to write like a child and write letters to massive companies.
Write your left hand.
Yeah, write with your left hand.
Yeah.
Right, send a couple of quid and get some freebies from all the big, massive corporations of the world.
Okay, good.
Good advice.
That's what we're teaching, yeah. That's what we're teaching our kids. Other good freebies I've got, free homes. So I went to this fundraising event at Lord's Cricket Ground that was for the charity that I set up in Rwanda, and I met this Aussie guy who had a house in Paris. I was living in Paris. I was like, if you ever need anyone to just pop in and do the cleaning. He was like, come to my office and I'll give you the keys. He gave me the keys. I lived there for 10 weeks. It was opposite the Notre Dame. It had 4 bedrooms. It was massive.
And all you had to do is clean it.
Not even that. He said, give me €100 a week. And at the end of the 10 weeks, he said, don't worry about that. Just get me some wine.
God.
Unbelievable. And then when we moved up the Sunshine Coast, this house.
Oh yes, you had a.
You
oh
gave
yes,
me this house.
I gave you this house. You didn't have anywhere to stay, so I said, "Come and stay at mine."
So I had this for 10
I'd only
nights.
met you for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes over coffee, and then a house on Sunshine Beach, which was extraordinary. We got offered another one that we couldn't take because we were in the Sunshine Beach one. So a lot of free homes.
I think you're a blagger.
I think I maybe came across homeless or desperate.
No, I think you're a blagger.
Maybe.
Which is different. A blagger would, to me, like a real blackguard, would be somebody who sneakily is nice, but gets stuff from it, from being nice. So they're, oh, he's nice. Yeah, you blagged me that day. I was like, oh, he's a nice,
I did not ask for this house.
upstanding citizen of the world. I'm going to offer him my home.
Okay, so you say I'm two-faced.
Underhand, yes.
Okay, yeah,
very
thanks.
two-faced, Hamish.
Thank you very much. I've got quite lucky. I really like football, and I'm quite lucky in that 2 separate of my closest friends' parents had boxes at football grounds through their work.
Oh yes, it's
so
who you know.
Arsenal and Newcastle, we got to go to boxes. And the best thing about boxes back then, free food, free booze.
Oh yes.
So fantastic when you're a
When
I was
boozer.
at uni. You're not eating a lot, going to a football match with free food and drink. It was like Christmas. I had a weird night at a casino once where it was actually, we'd been at the Arsenal football match, so we were already at one freebie, then we went to the casino, and we met this guy who was in there by himself, who's Irish, he was in black tie by himself, which immediately I like
high
him.
roller.
And it was the night before his wedding day, and he thought, I'm just going to go out to the casino in black tie, because it's fun to go out by yourself in black tie, and he kept giving us £100 chips. And he said, if you win, you can keep the cash. If you lose, don't worry about it. I'll give you another one.
What?
Really weird.
Did you win?
I won. I was up overall, but yeah, not much. Well,
He
not
just
much.
gave you the money?
Yeah.
God, that's pretty cool.
Interesting, wasn't it? Yeah.
Teaching you how to gamble at a very young age. Lovely.
I had one of my best ever nights in Sydney. I don't eat oysters, right? Not into it at all. But I must have been on like a mailing list of a pub that did oysters, and I was in Tasmania when they wrote me an email saying, "Do you want to enter the competition? You need to enter your favourite oyster recipe."
Okay.
And in Tasmania, there's an island off the bottom of it called Bruny Island, and Bruny Island's famous for its oysters, and it has like an oyster restaurant. And I was literally sitting there when I got this email. So their best-selling one was this, marinated in this, cooked in this. So I just copied and pasted what they said the best one was into the competition, and I won the competition.
That is
so
hilarious.
the prize was, you go to the pub where they do the oysters. You had like a $400 tab.
Yeah.
So we brought another couple, and it was just unlimited food. I obviously ordered oysters, unlimited food, unlimited drink until your $400 run out. Then they picked us up in taxis and took us to Young Henry's Brewery for a private tour of the brewery.
Well, there's a lot of booze involved in all of these, aren't there?
Always.
Always.
Which we'll get into. Booze is always a freebie. So private tour of Young Henry's Brewery and unlimited drinks. And then that night we happened to be going to the Opera House to a rave.
Wow.
So it was like this incredible day that ended at the Opera House at rave.
That's so cool. Your freebies are all quite high class. Boxes at the football, oysters.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, I'm not talking about mugs and pens, am I?
No, you're not talking about mugs and pens. Whereas
Well, we went flights.
I'm
Flights
happy
is
with
pretty
a
rock
mug
and
and pen. A badge. I like a nice free badge or a pencil case. I'm happy with that. Oysters.
Oysters.
It's
I
different.
hate oysters. I'd use a badge more than I'd eat oyster.
That's true.
Yeah, oyster was hopeless to me. And then we've got Fatboy Slim coming up.
We have that as our favourite freebie that's coming
That's
up.
an unbelievable freebie.
That is so exciting, yeah. So there's some freebies that are okay, and there's some freebies that you can't say no to. Why would you? But whether that's a good thing or not, trying to expect everything for free, are you then disappointed when you have to pay for something? That's why everything sometimes the more freebies you get, I reckon the more stingy you'd get because you don't want to pay for anything.
Okay,
I reckon that's the same with celebrities as well.
So it's a tolerance.
Yes, because the more free stuff is, the more expensive everything will seem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to have a quick vent about the celebrity thing here.
Okay.
Because celebrities, in my eyes, are wealthy, and the wealthier you are, the bigger celebrity you are, the more freebies you get.
Absolutely.
That is not fair.
It isn't fair.
And even you get sent stuff. And I'm not saying you're wealthy, but you've now got enough of a following that people want to send you free stuff so you can advertise it. It just doesn't seem fair. I think there needs to be like a website, or there needs to be some way that we can redistribute the freebies that celebrities get they don't want to keep, because they probably just give it to their kids or to their friends.
You should create an app.
What should it be called?
For celebrities freebies.
Okay, it's original. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yep.
Or like a free cycle. There needs to be something in like them giving away free stuff.
Show business.
Shh, okay.
Yeah.
No, listen, but that...
I'll work on it.
I'll
work on that one. Let's have a little look at the social science. I guess a good place for us to start is why it is so hard to say no to freebies. The word free invokes a strong response in our brains. When presented with a free item, we are likely to assign a much higher value to it than when we would something that has been paid for.
Emotion plays a large role in people's attraction to free items. When offered an unexpected gift, a positive charge is experienced, and that sensation of joy is likely to impact the receiver's choices.
I like that term, positive charge. I feel that sort of, it's like an electric zap.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's free.
Yeah.
Like you've really gained something. Yeah, it's interesting.
You beat the system. I think that is the feeling.
Yeah. And that positive zap that you get in your body when you feel that like freebie is a good vibe. People also tend to have lower expectations when it comes to freebies, and these lowered standards are easy to surpass, creating a positive feeling towards the product or experience when it does.
God, we should have... Like, what's the worst freebie we've ever been given?
Oh, yeah.
That is a conversation we need to think about.
Often free dessert, because I think they just get something out the freezer, some ice cream. When they say, oh, sorry, sir, your food's been awful, you can have a free dessert, and then the dessert's awful. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, just give me my money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst freebie ever. It's a good thought.
Oysters would be one of mine, quite honestly.
STI.
Yeah. STI, yeah.
STIs and oysters. Can I also say, this has got nothing to do with the science behind why we like freebies, but they often lead to good stories.
That is so
you
true,
can say something pretty average, and it was free, and like, oh, okay, it's slightly better than average.
I also always laugh when Christmas comes around and people go to those Christmas lands. It's always in the newspaper how awful they get, like kids get freebie at school to go and visit Father Christmas at one of these kind of made up Christmas fairs. And there's always something in the Daily Mail about how awful it is. That would be a bad freebie. Yeah. And it's kind of like hungover elves wandering around and like a wonky Santa with a stick-on beard and things like that. That would be a disappointing freebie. Don't ever give me that for Christmas, please, Hamish. A ticket to a free Santa world.
I've just thought of another bad freebie which we've got is you get given like $100 voucher to like Airbnb, for example.
Yeah.
We've got as a company like Airbnb, we've been given one $100, like amazing. The cheapest price of like the cheapest room is like $600.
Oh yeah,
we're still down.
Yeah, you're still down. That is a con. That isn't a freebie actually. They do that with kids at school. So, for example, George came home last week with a ticket, one free ticket to the circus.
Oh, yeah.
So the circus people come to the school, give one free ticket. You know that kid can't go on its own, and the tickets are about $100 each. Yes. So they come home waving the ticket in the air, going, "Mummy, I've got a free ticket to the circus. When can we go?" And then I was online looking at the prices, and it was something like $250 with the free ticket for us all to go. So that is actually, it's disguised as a freebie, but it's actually a total con.
Remember what my mum used to say about the circus? Tell George, circuses are for teenagers.
Yes, I don't worry. I'll be using that later.
None of your student friends will be going either, promise.
Then you'll find out the next week. We all went to the circus, Mummy. Oh, dear. So we know that humans generally like the feeling of receiving something for free. It makes us feel good, like we've cheated the system somehow.
All of this adds to the temptation and the difficulty of saying no. What freebies have you been unable to turn down, even if you should have done, Vic, in your lifetime, including that profiterole?
Well, as we've worked out in that last episode about spirituality, Hamish, I'm quite pessimistic about everything. I'm a bit suspicious of freebies nowadays. I'll tell you why. At the beginning of this sobriety journey, when I started writing, I never got anything for free. Yeah. But nowadays people send me things. They send me alcohol-free drinks, or they send me a T-shirt, or they send me some energy drink, or whatever it is. I get sent stuff. And the reason is, it's not because they just want to send me a freebie. There is an underlying reason why, which is that they want me to go on my Instagram page and advertise their product for them.
Do they say that? Do they say, we will send you this if you do this?
Occasionally, if they've put in the email, we're going to send you something if you put an Instagram post out, I generally write back and say that's not going to happen. I'd rather not have the freebie. It's an expectation of me. So therefore I end up not trusting that product instantly. Yep. I'll tell anyone that now. I don't trust, but I'm happy if you just send me something and for me to try it. And if I like it, I would probably mention it. But to say I'm going to send you something, it's like you're offering me something and you're expecting something in return, which I understand it's business. And so therefore nothing is a freebie for me anymore.
Okay.
And it's the same when I'm asked to do interviews and podcasts, and it's all my time being used up. Everybody wants something for free because they then want me to post to go, oh, I was on this podcast the other day. Here are all my followers, all this work that I've done, spent ages making my business. Here it all is for you all of a sudden. There's always expectations. So I often don't say yes to things anymore, which is a shame.
But you're looking at it from the receiving end of a freebie.
Yes.
What about when you give freebies? So if you want to send your book to someone, or when you offered me this house, what were you thinking? You hadn't even started the podcast and you offered me this house. Were you thinking, I'm going to do a podcast?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking
Lucy
a year in
will
advance.
do it for a couple of years, and then maybe we'll want Hamish and he'll feel indebted to me because I gave him the house for a bit.
That was just my people pleasery coming out in full form. Yeah. I hope he I can make him like me by me offering my house to him. But you're funny that you're asking that about me giving freebies. So actually, if I sent someone my book, I would obviously like them to share it on their Instagram page.
Course.
So I understand why people do it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that nothing is for free.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
What do you think the person that gave us the free tickets to Fatboy Slim wants from us?
He doesn't want anything.
See? Genuine freebie.
He is a genuine freebie because he is a lovely guy.
So freebies from friends are maybe okay.
Yes, freebies from friends and people you trust.
But they still have a little bit of an upper hand. They're still, I did give you those tickets.
Yeah, I do feel like I owe him something, only because he's so nice. Yeah, so I don't know. It is a really fascinating topic, actually, because is there anything actually for free? The reason I got those tickets for Air France, even though I was conning people, it was still them making money out of me, wasn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
The profiterole
that was
a genuine freebie.
That was a genuine freebie. Yeah. That's why it went straight in the gullet. There was no questioning that. No. He didn't want anything from me. No. He didn't even want to thank you. No. I just took it. I didn't even say anything to him. I said, right, that's free. I'm in.
Well, maybe that's it. Okay, well, and booze at events is a genuine freebie.
It's a genuine freebie.
Maybe that's the issue, is food and drink are genuine freebies.
Wait, though, Hamish. If you think about it, giving booze the first glass for free, people are going to lose their inhibitions and they're going to spend more money.
True.
So therefore, perhaps they're giving the freebie so that they stay in the venue longer. That's often the thing when they're giving kids free meals at restaurants, like the circus thing. It's so that parents pay for a full meal. Also, they have in some pubs around here, they have child play areas where there's people there to look after them. So you can go, you can get the courtesy bus there, put your kids in the play area downstairs where there's someone to look after them, and you can go upstairs and drink. So you think it's a freebie and your kids are going to be like there, but actually it's just a way of the pub keeping you inside more. It's a bit like casinos having blacked out windows. It's all designed.
And free booze.
And free booze.
In Vegas, it was free booze if you're sitting at the table.
Exactly. It's all designed for you. Wild. So is that for free, or that's actually just causing you to have an addiction or a gambling problem where it feels like you're getting a freebie? It's really quite fucked up. Yeah. Okay.
Good episode.
Yes,
I knew there was something in that. We
always like dig into it and realise halfway through the episode. When I read Hamish's episodes, I'm like, Hamish, what's freebies got to do with anything? And then when we get stuck into it, I'm like, oh God, I get it now.
So your face full of profiteroles going ding 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 ding.
You see me stuffing my face is, as we said, very inspiring sometimes. But of course, I never say no to free cake. I'm unable to turn down any sort of upgrades for flights and rooms or anything like that. I'm also hear myself saying, oh, go on then a lot. Even if I want to say no, I'm like, oh, go on then. My people pleasing means I never want to disappoint people. I'm unable to say no to dogs. If dogs want anything, I'm like, yes, of course. But in regards to booze, I have trained myself to always say no. That is sobriety for me, that knowing. Being strong enough to always say no if it's free or if it's an old favourite or if it's a bitch day I've written here, Hamish. Yes. But I think I meant to say birthday. But I do have bitch days as well.
Well, I was thinking, is that a day when you're a bitch or is it someone that you don't like's birthday?
It's someone I don't like. Yeah. It's actually just a spelling error.
I like bitch day.
Whatever it is, I know I can say no to booze. And I think that's a stage that everyone will get to in sobriety. It's that knowing that you never need to worry about somebody coming up to you with a free bottle of champagne like my husband was. did it back in the day. I know now deep inside me that I will always say no. That strength has no weak spots. If you would like to support the Sober Awkward podcast, we're excited to announce that we've joined Patreon. Patreon is a membership platform which allows you to give back for the content you love.
By buying Sober Awkward a cuppa once a month, we can keep the giggles coming and continue sharing our sobriety message.
By joining Patreon, you get access to Sober Awkward merch, extra content, special promos and loads more. Just find the link in the show notes or head to patreon.com and search for Sober Awkward.
And together we could learn how to feel the awkward and do it anyway.
You know, I know a lot of people that give up for Dry July or give up for January or give up for whatever and boo, you know, if we won tickets to go out for dinner and the booze was included, like, of course,
that would break
they have
it.
the exception.
It would break it.
It'll do it every day except for that day.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it has been like the breaker of a lot of sobriety,
Yeah.
particularly in short term. Particularly I'm going to do a month, except for Thursday the 13th, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you were doing a month off and it was your mate's wedding, you would say, right, I'm going to do a month off, but I'm going to break it on that day because there's a free bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't do that. If you can avoid it,
It's
you've got
hard.
to. It's
So
really
hard.
hard. I understand how that would be hard because it's free.
Yep.
Crazy. Is there anything you can't say no to, Hamish?
Well, I'm getting either stronger or duller, depending on how you want to look at me. So, obviously, we've given up booze. Now we've also given up sugar. Now I also can't have caffeine after 11. Although Bonza Day, I did go after midday and I was up all night.
I was worried about you that
So
day.
I do think it's dull. I think that I've got good self-will.
Okay.
But that does make me a bit dull. So at that Bonza thing, everything there was sugar, except for, like I said, the raclette, which I had twice. Even the drinks were all sugar. Obviously, there's alcoholic ones, but there was like loads of fizzy drinks, which is why I treated myself to a coffee after midday. Rock and roll.
Dallard.
So I think I can say no to freebies that are either sugar or alcohol at the moment. Anything else, I would struggle. Like the raclette, I had to go ham on it.
You went double cheese.
Yeah, and anything, you know, like key rings. If they were handing out Bonza key rings at that event, I'd have grabbed a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handful of pens.
Pens. I've got a bucket load of pens at my house. And
Free pens are always good, aren't they?
Free pens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I there's not many freebies that I would say no to other than booze or sugar at the moment.
Yeah.
But because of the sugar thing, kids' parties are a bit of a challenge
Trigger.
for me. I went to one just before I'd given up sugar. And just, you feast. I mean, it's all sugar.
Yeah.
Fizzy drinks, cake, sweets.
Fairy bread.
Fairy bread?
Oh, Hamish. Have you not
Is that-
discovered the fairy
Is
bread
that candy
yet?
floss?
No.
Similar?
In Australia, it was new for me when I arrived here. They get like normal bread, like sliced bread, put butter on it and sprinkle sprinkles on it.
Oh, yeah, they
Yes,
had
and that's
that.
called
They had that.
fairy bread,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They kids love
Delicious.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
it is
Yeah.
delicious, yeah.
No, I'm not. I mean, sugar's what, April?
Fairy bread.
So yeah, I'm definitely not going to kids' parties anymore. I reckon free booze.
You can't say.
Sonny and I are not going to kids'
You
parties
cannot
until
say
I
that.
take up sugar.
You cannot say you're not taking
He
your
doesn't
child
get
to
invited
kids'
to a lot. He's only
parties.
little. But yeah, I reckon kids' parties are like the death of many a diet in the way that free booze at a wedding would be the death of many a
Yes,
sobriety.
totally get
Like
that.
they're in the same world, those two.
Yeah.
But to talk about alcohol specifically for a second, I was able to turn down the booze at the weddings and the events in the UK or at that Bonza Day because I was prepared. Like I knew they were
Yes.
coming, so I could get myself G'd up beforehand and say no, like I knew it was coming. Remember I told you a story early on the podcast about that time we opened a beer at my house?
Yes, and you pour it down the sink.
I had to pour it down the sink, and that
Yeah.
really hurt. Like I had my husband.
Your
I had
husband.
my husband there, which is awkward for my wife.
Yes.
No, I had my wife there and I had her dad there.
Yes.
And we'd opened this beer and neither of them wanted to drink it. And it just sat there looking at me. And I was
Yeah.
like, it was kind of, I guess, freebie and waste in the similar ballpark for me.
Yes.
So the fact I had to just pour it down the drain, it was brand new and full, was quite hard for me.
But also because it was something you'd paid for, it was hard to throw it away. But of course,
yes.
if that had been open and you'd got it for free and then poured it away, you would have been, well, it was free anyway, I don't care.
Okay, yeah, good point. And then obviously we've got the bottle of champagne in our bedroom cupboard, which is still sitting there.
Yeah.
And I was given that as a gift, and it's Bollinger.
Yeah.
And it still sort of haunts me. Like
Yeah.
in my head, when I think, will I ever go back to drinking? that bottle of Bollinger is what I think about quite a lot. Am I never going to drink that bottle of Bollinger? That's so fancy.
It's
and
like
in
the
my
monster
cupboard.
under the bed, isn't it? It's kind of like taunting you.
Yeah.
Give it away to someone, Hamish.
Yeah, but I'm not that generous.
Yeah, true.
Liz should have it. Someone should have it.
Yeah, give it to someone else.
I'll re-gift it. If you get a bottle of Bollinger from me, you know that I didn't buy it.
Please don't give it to me.
I'm not giving it
It's
to
going to
you.
haunt my cupboard then. Not to upset you by bringing up celebrities again here, Hame.
Oh, God.
But there is perhaps no coincidence that so many famous people struggle with alcohol and drug addiction. You hear stories of booze and drugs being readily available backstage for artists like Elvis or Prince and thousands of others. As a result, they become almost impossible to turn down until the point that an addiction develops into an early death.
Yeah, that does make me feel slightly for celebrities. I guess for every free piece of clothing they might get, they also get the free booze and drugs. And at the end of the day, they're humans like any of us. So offer someone something that is highly addictive for free and you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a quick chat about alcohol as a treat.
Yeah.
Alcohol is so ingrained in our society. It is probably the one thing that is given away free the most, be it the complimentary glass of champagne on checking into a swanky hotel or a bottle of wine you are given from dinner guests. It is difficult to avoid even if you are sober, and for many of us, particularly in the early days, this can be a challenge.
Yeah, so you've been sober over 5 years. How often do you think you've been in situations when you're faced with free alcohol?
Probably 100 to 1,000 times by now, Hamish. It's pretty much every time I socialise. There's always someone offering a drink, isn't there, or a free round, or it's everywhere. Sometimes a glass being offered, but mostly the idea being offered. People kind of put that idea in your head, which is almost like a freebie in itself. What I mean is people suggest I should drink.
Yeah.
That's almost like a psychological freebie for me, which is kind of an indirect form of saying you should drink, I'll buy you a drink, and therefore you can have it because it's free. And that is kind of a mindfuck for anyone that's sober, because they're just offering them an indirect way of saying you should be drinking because I'm offering you a free drink. You can't say no. And it puts people in a difficult position, that I think.
Did you ever struggle with that in the early days?
Yes.
Today you wouldn't think twice, but the first few months?
In the early days, somebody offering me a drink and me saying no was really, really hard. Yeah. Because I always wanted to say yes to everybody, and people were just being polite. It's not their problem. They weren't doing anything to offend me. They're just doing something that they thought was the right thing to do. But I did find that very triggery earlier on, saying no. A few times it's happened at hospitals to me. I've spent a lot of time in hospitals in the past few years with Freddie's epilepsy, and often I get a nurse saying, "Go on, love, go home, get yourself a bottle of wine on the way home."
Oh, okay. I thought they were giving you booze in the hospital.
That's what I mean by suggesting it. Suggesting it to me is almost like offering a freebie. It's like it puts it in my mind. It's like a free way of someone going, here, you haven't thought about it, but now you can. I'm going to put this upon you.
I got offered a beer at the hairdresser at the top of your street.
Oh,
this
yes,
week.
they give free beers. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
That's quite hard as well, because you're going, well, it's $25 for a haircut.
Yeah.
Beer's got to be $5.
Yeah, so it's like
I was
taking
like,
the
can I
money
just
off.
have the 20% discount?
Yeah. You should have said that.
I should have done.
Dear, oh dear. Lucy, and when we went down to Melbourne, we did a bit of an episode of that about the alcohol being free and available in our room. There was a free drink on arrival, and then when we got up to the room, it was all displayed like a cocktail bar in the room. Which it wasn't free, you had to pay for it. But I don't think when you are offered something set up in your room in a display like that, that you're thinking about the money, which I guess is why they put cocktail cabinets into hotel rooms.
Yes.
Because you get back from a night out, you don't care how much it costs, you just want another drink, and that's how they make money. So actually it's kind of an underhand way of offering you alcohol, isn't it?
Well, we're actually going to do a whole episode on hotels. I'm about to go. This weekend, I'm going on holiday for a week. Through Liz's work, some fancy hotels.
Yay.
And I'm going to write an episode about hotels whilst staying in one of these fancy hotels.
Excellent.
See how much it comes up.
Yeah, it'll definitely come up. Also, of course, on flights, at check-ins at hotels, at the theatre, there's often at the Ed Sheeran concert, there was somebody giving out tasters of free drinks.
Really?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
That was mostly children at that gig as well.
Exactly. At the gym, my gym, they had a night where they gave out free drinks.
Funny you say that. Because when I worked in a gym in Sydney, and I remember the owner telling me that actually all of the trainers at the gym, so all the PTs, there's like a massive like drugs and booze culture amongst the trainers because you are effectively healthy. Like you are. Yeah. We can get smashed. Like we work out all day, every day.
Yeah, we're functional.
We've earned it. Interesting that you said that.
Yeah.
All the gym Christmas parties I've been to are
The
massive
gym
piss-ups.
Christmas parties, any of
Yeah,
those
the big
gym
one.
events that I have, it's like people are like, we work hard, so therefore our reward is going to be to get absolutely wasted and undo all of the good work that we've done. But now, actually, in all of those situations, I must say I will defend myself in some way if someone's offering me a free drink. I will be like the sober warrior and just go, no, I don't drink. And I might even say, why are you offering people free drinks?
Really?
I will have a comeback for that now. Say it's not appropriate, or say like I'm sober or I'm an alcoholic. I will use that word in those situations for shock purposes, to go, sometimes it's not the right thing to do, offer somebody a free drink. I guess I have to do that. In the early days, I was
but it's just the
embarrassed to
poor
say
person
no.
handing it out.
I
It's
know,
like a
but-
19-year-old waiter, and you go, why are you giving me free drinks?
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
Well, no, no, you're right to do it. I wouldn't be brave enough to do it.
I sometimes wouldn't say it to the person, but I might write to management afterwards.
Here we go. In your children's handwriting.
And,
This is where it comes back
a perfect
to.
example of this, okay? My son George did a speech competition for the local Lions Club, and the guy presenting it talked about alcohol 3 times. Said, oh yeah, let me hand you over to one of the judges. He's just had a couple of glasses of red wine, and it was normalising alcohol in a situation where the children were just there to learn and grow and things. And I sent an email afterwards to the Lions Club saying it wasn't appropriate to introduce alcohol into that situation. It didn't need to be mentioned. It was totally irrelevant. And it was jokey the way he did it. Yeah. But I felt myself getting really annoyed. That's because I have to have a strong stance on it, I think. Yeah. I have to be staunch about alcohol now, because that is my job, is to be that person who's trying to change this normalisation, even when it's free.
I feel the same way. I feel like I can't laugh about throwaway booze comments anymore.
No, I can't love it. It makes me feel really anxious inside.
Yeah, no, I feel exactly the same.
You know, you don't want to pull them up. It's like when your friend used that homosexual slur, or somebody I know recently had
Not a friend.
No, not a friend anymore. No, it's that time where you realise like you've got to turn this around and you've got to stand up for it, and you've got to stand up for what you believe in, and that sometimes is calling it out. Calling out that actually you giving me free booze right now, or offering it to me, is shaky ground for somebody that is an alcoholic or somebody that has a problem with booze, and maybe you shouldn't be doing that. So sometimes you have to stand up for sobriety, and I think that's a good thing.
The most common freebie, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
Even more than pens.
Yeah.
A lot of free booze.
Yeah, probably more than pens.
I guess these situations are more or less challenging depending on your reasons for giving up. Given the fact that I was lucky enough to not be a problem drinker, one of my main motivators for giving up alcohol was to save money. I was aware that I was a new dad, that my wife was not going to be working so much, and that the onus fell on me. So any money that I was saving on booze, I could put towards my family. As a result, free alcohol, on the surface of it, didn't appear to have any downsides.
And of course, the longer you're sober, the more you realise the other benefits of choosing this life. There are far more downsides to breaking your sobriety over a free bar than there are benefits.
That is totally true. Which is why I'd guess that free booze is a bigger challenge to us in the early days of our sobriety than further down the line. We know that over 30% of people who attempt to stop drinking relapse in their first year of sobriety. Do you know that? I've said we know. I did not know that until
I would have thought it was more, quite honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
More than 30% give up in the first year?
Yeah, I would have thought it was more. It depends how long they're attempting for, you know, if they're But if they're going for a forever sobriety, I would say more people would relapse than that. I think it takes a lot of relapses for some people. For me, I never relapsed. No. I knew the day that I give up, I felt that utter sense of relief that it was forever. But for some people, I think it takes a lot of failure. I mean, I moderated for those 4 years and failed.
Yeah, of course.
Those were my failures that led to a long-term sobriety. I think most people would have a few slip-ups along the way until they reach the point where they've had enough of those slip-ups, and then it leads to a more long-term sobriety. Yeah. So I'm not surprised by that.
Got to be cautious in that first year.
Definitely. One of the reasons that saying no can be challenging is because the alternatives are often so dull. If you don't want the complimentary glass of bubbles, they can fetch you an orange juice. It's not very appealing, is it, Hamish? And for those of you that don't want any cake, a bowl of fruit will be doing the rounds. Yeah, you've got to make some funky bliss balls in that situation, haven't you? I want something more exciting.
For stronger people than me, this would not faze them at all, but it really grates me. Rather than beating the system, I feel like I'm being ripped off.
Yeah, for sure. Our society is structured in a way that we think alcohol as a freebie is a treat. or really anything bad for you is a treat. Chocolate, cakes, sweets, booze, all of it. We have not yet learned that there are treats out there that don't have to harm your health.
So I wrote that. Treats out there that don't have to harm your health.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, because I'm walking into a hotel.
Come on, yeah, list them.
And what do they offer me that isn't booze or cake that I would be like, yes, Bliss Ball, not a bad answer.
Yeah, but it's still chocolate, isn't it, a Bliss Ball?
Yeah.
You've got to have a bit of chocolate
Honestly,
or peanut butter in it.
I don't know if there is. I don't know if we as a society have come up with like good freebies that aren't bad for you.
I totally agree with you. Food-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, I tell you what, you're going to think I'm a right weirdo now.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to a hotel and there's more than one type of muesli from a machine, that I'm a happy girl. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Breakfast included hotels is my favourite thing in the holiday.
It's my favourite thing too.
By far the best thing in the holiday.
Do you eat too much though?
Every time.
And do you say, all right, make sure you eat too much and then we won't have lunch?
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm at my clock at 11:30 going, right, what should we have for lunch then?
Well, you've got the napkin over your lap and then a few bread rolls may or may not fall into the napkin and then into your bag over the course of breakfast for lunch.
And a banana.
Yeah, banana, sure.
Banana in your pocket.
Yeah.
A few slices of ham in your top pocket. Sorted for lunch.
But yeah, so I don't know what I would class as like the best healthy freebie. I love cereal, but cereal's often sugary. Even
Yeah,
that.
so
If when I got to a fancy hotel, they were like, "Here's a bowl of cereal for you," I'd be like, "Oh, thank you very much."
Coconut yogurt would be quite a nice treat for me.
Coconut
yogurt and a
some
massage.
granola.
Or a coconut yogurt massage.
Lovely.
Yeah, I've just created that in my own brain.
Have I told you about the reason that Liz and I ended up moving in together? The coconut oil story?
Yes, we've heard that on this podcast before.
Not...
All we'll say is that there was a handprint in the coconut oil and it wasn't for cooking.
No. And that was the start of Liz and I moving in together.
New listeners can listen back to that episode.
Yeah.
I think it was quite early on, wasn't it, Hamish?
Yes.
Until the world catches up to the healthy freebies, you're probably going to be faced with a situation where alcohol is offered to you for free. So how can you prepare yourself for when this situation arises? One of the things you can do is remember your reasons why choosing sobriety. We think about this answer all the time in every episode. Whenever you're questioning your sobriety, you have to remember the reasons why you started not drinking.
But don't remember saving money too hard.
Yeah.
Forget that one and then all the other ones will come forward. Although, to be fair, if you play the tape forward, if one free drink today leads you to picking up an alcohol addiction again, that freebie is not free, it ends up costing you a lot.
That is a very perfect way of putting it, Hamish.
Yeah.
A freebie can end up costing you everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Try to have a sober buddy with you at any event where this might arise, ideally someone further into their sobriety than yourself. Like going to an event with some sober mates, which I've done a few times, is like having a support wall standing behind you because you know everyone's going to say no and you don't feel like a weirdo then.
Mm-hmm. Ask for an alternative and don't be disappointed if it's orange juice or coconut yogurt.
I mean, things are changing on that front a bit.
I hope so.
They are making more things available, even with food, Hamish. I think that people are being a bit more creative with non-sugar products and all sorts of things on the booze front as well. Loads of good alcohol-free drinks now. If it does help you keep your sobriety, then there's nothing wrong in indulging in the unhealthy drinks or the unhealthy treats. We just want you to stay on track.
That is obviously hard if you've also been fool enough to give up sugar like we have.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of the fun treats off the menu.
Hamish, I do need to talk to you about my sugar-free times.
Have you relapsed again?
No, I did have a chocolate at my mum's 80th birthday on Saturday.
They were free in the middle of the table.
They were free in the middle of the table, so I stuffed one in my mouth. But I do have my glucose intolerance test tomorrow. I have to go every year because I'm on the cusp of having diabetes. So I'm interested to see I don't think that one chocolate will affect me. I'm hoping that because I haven't been doing sugar that I don't have to take medication for diabetes, but I'll let you know by the end of the week.
That's good. Okay, that is a good update.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in situations until you feel confident, which is hard because sometimes you go to an event that you would never expect there to be freebies at, and there are. Like you go to a hotel or you went to a restaurant and you told them it was a sober group, and you still got given booze.
We still got given booze. We got given, Peronis that had alcohol in them by accident. I mean, that's what I mean, Hamish. There will always be another freebie somewhere down the line. I think the main thing to remember here, unfortunately, is that alcohol is everywhere, free or not. I know at the start I called it unexpected alcohol at the beginning of this podcast, but I think I'm going to change that now to expected alcohol, because no matter how hard we try to avoid the stuff, it pops up bloody everywhere. I think the lesson here is to expect it, plan for it, so that if it suddenly is shoved under your nose or into your hand, you know how to handle it. And that is with a firm, I don't drink.
There are plenty of reasons that someone might relapse, and we know that the biggest risk of all to your sobriety is during that first year.
As a result, you need to prepare yourself to face any challenge. Free booze and the temptation that it brings is an almost unavoidable one that you will face. I'm trying to break the chain a little in my household. I no longer give alcohol as a gift. That is one way of breaking the normalisation of drinking in our society.
Maybe you gave up alcohol to save money like I did, or maybe you just love a freebie and don't want anything to go to waste. Either way, it's important to remember that free opportunities to drink can trip you up in your sobriety. It simply isn't worth it in the long run.
Yep, that is so true. It is just not worth it. I know it's tempting because it's free, but think about all that money you'll save in the long run being a sober hero.
Of course.
Shall we finish with a quote, Hamish?
Yes, I think you'll like this first one.
Go on then. Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock. I'll do anything for free stuff.
Yeah, I'm with her.
Simple.
I'm with her there.
Yeah.
I like that as even a quote. Like someone's taken the effort to go, yeah, sweet, we'll put that online as a standalone quote.
A standalone quote. Yeah. I'll do anything for free stuff.
Okay, the next one is Sonam Kapoor. He says, I don't spend much because lots of it is freebies, though usually I pay.
Oh, that's exactly what I was saying.
That's what we're saying.
Is anything really free? So yes, Hamish, next time you're offered a free pen, are you going to say yes or no?
Always.
Always going to say yes?
Always yes.
And what do you say now if somebody offers you a free beer?
Do you have an alternative that's not got any sugar in it?
Yeah.
Yes, all sparkling water, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that is always the alternative, isn't it? Yeah. Sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Add a bit of lemon, a bit of elderflower cordial, Hamish.
Oh, that's my favourite.
Yes, it's my favourite too. Jazz it up with a party stick, a straw, a little umbrella.
I've got to bring all these things with me. I couldn't have a pocket full of straws and party hats. We went to Bonza, to Melbourne.
Careful you don't poke your bottom with a straw. Oh no, with a cocktail stick.
But the important thing to remember here is, end of the podcast, Vic, do you think I'm stingy or do you think I'm just trying to help people with freebie chat?
I think you're stingy.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought you were going to say.
And would do anything like Sandra Bullock for free stuff.
I'd happily do Sandra Bullock for free stuff.
Good point to finish on. Hello, Sandra.
Thanks for listening, Sandra.
If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
They have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the...
Hi there. I wanted to tell you about a podcast that I think every single one of you will benefit from. It's called Therapy Works, and it's hosted by me, Julia Samuel. I'm a best-selling author and psychotherapist. I invite you into my therapy room where I speak to either a known or unknown guest. Topics range from the difficulties of divorce, a life-changing illness, to the struggles of motherhood. Search Therapy Works now, wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to make sure you never miss an episode.
Vic, so do you fancy coming on a sober holiday?
Don't worry, we're not talking about some corporate wellness retreat with cucumber water and enforced eye contact.
No, this is a sober awkward retreat. 8 days of sun, sweat, laughter and absolutely no hangovers.
Yep, it's all happening in Thailand next October. Picture this: yoga at sunrise, writing workshops, ice baths, Thai boxing, and lots of awkward sober dancing under the stars.
It's a proper holiday with proper weirdos. Our kind of people.
Yeah. You'll meet legends who've also given the booze a boot and want to have fun without feeling like a social reject.
Come solo or grab a mate. Bring your awkward, bring your sun cream. No pressure, no judgment, just a big, warm, sober hug in paradise.
All the info is at soberawkward.com/retreats. Come and get sweaty with us, emotionally and physically, in our all-inclusive jungle resort. You'll start out as 15 strangers and leave with 15 new sober mates.
I'm not sure I want 15 new sober mates, actually, particularly sober ones.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not invited then.
Take control of the numbers and supercharge your small business with Xero. That's Xero. With our easy-to-use accounting software with automation and reporting features, you'll spend less time on manual tasks and more time understanding how your business is doing. 87% of surveyed U.S. customers agree Xero helps improve financial visibility. Search Xero with an X or visit Xero.com/ACAST to start your 30-day free trial. Conditions apply.
Ever see an idea so clearly in your head, but struggle to make it real? We've all been there. With Wix, you can build a website for your business just the way you pictured it. Get the best of both worlds with AI and drag-and-drop tools all in one place. Stay in your creative flow and use AI when you want, how you want. Create a website your way. Try it out at Wix.com.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh, yeah, really depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it now.
Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.